Good evening, everyone. I'm Akush Lapinder. Thanks for tuning in. A strong support from bigwig PLPs who late this afternoon congregated on the grounds of the Magistrate Court Complex on Nassau Street, awaiting the arrival of 4 people police arrested on charges of fraud and money laundering. We can tell you the accused are 2 females, ages 50 and 28 years, a 26-year-old man, all of South Bahamia, Grand Bahama, and a 58-year-old male resident of Lake Cunningham. Turning out for the arraignment, former Prime Minister Perry Christie, his wife Bernadette, Queen's Counsels Damian Gomez and Wayne Munro, and Yvonne Ingram. Well, you can certainly tune in to our sister station, Love 97 News, at 7 p.m. for details on the outcome of this arraignment. Meantime, in the wake of today's arrest and subsequent arraignment, the Progressive Liberal Party is sounding the alarm for justice. This in the face of what its national chairman, Fred Mitchell, is convinced is the government's attack on its political opponents as a direct result of egg on its face following what he called a botched case against former PLP MP Frank Smith.
What is happening is there's a tide which has turned against the Free National Movement. And it appears to us that what's happening is as a direct result of this botched Frank Smith case. They're now engaging once again in victor's justice by sending their prosecutorial dogs out against Progressive Liberal Party supporters.
Now, considering 3 of the 4 accused are Grand Bahama residents, Senator Mitchell questioned why they were brought to the Capitol to be formally charged.
Why would you do it unless you're trying to inflict shame and punishment, not by the trial itself, but by parading them through the streets of Freeport, the airport, and here in Nassau.
In a press release, Mr. Mitchell further accused the government of being an insensitive government with ice water running through its veins. In other news this evening, authorities trying their best not to up the fear index in the face of this weekend's 4 murders, and that comes with a repeated reassurance that these incidents are all isolated and that those involved may have been feuding for whatever reason.
We're looking at body cam, and we're looking to very shortly, as we introduce the body cam, to also begin working on the video cam for the cars. And so there is a strategic approach to all of this, and we're confident that the strategy that we have introduced is in fact working.
National Security Minister Marvin Dames continued to stress, though, that reducing crime is not just the responsibility of law enforcement agencies. This past weekend's spate of murders upped this year's count to 10. A vacation to the Bahamas ends in tragedy for a cruise ship passenger. According to police, a Canadian man was found unresponsive, floating in waters at Half Moon Key just before 3 Monday afternoon. The man was removed from the water and CPR administered. He was then taken to the local clinic in Eleuthera, where he was pronounced dead. Investigations are ongoing. Police also reporting a drug bust at the country's main gateway yesterday. Several pounds of suspected marijuana, and a man's in custody as a result. Authorities say intelligence led police to LPIA's domestic section just before 4 p.m. Monday, where they searched the suspect who had just arrived on a flight from Andros and found in his luggage 11.6 pounds of suspected marijuana. That's a street value of $11,600. The accused is to be formally charged in a magistrate's court sometime this week. You're watching JCN News. Stay with us.
This segment of the news was brought to you by Alive.